Crafting our hoard is a collaboration where you look into what you have been saving and make something amazing. I probably have a craft store in my garage or in my craft room, so let's see what I can make to wow you. Hi, my name is Cindy, aka Z9designs. So sit back, relax, and watch me create something from all of my stuff. DIY number 1, heart napkin rings. The supplies needed include casting resin, which is white, silicone heart mold, gold spray paint, hot glue, and some plastic napkin rings. Napkin rings emerged in the 19th century in France as a practical solution for identifying personal cloth napkins between laundry days. So you had a napkin, and that was your napkin probably for the week until the wash day. Today, napkin rings are largely decorative, and they're used to enhance the table setting rather than for practical purpose, though some families may follow the tradition for everyday use. Well, I am making my napkin ring as a decorative accent for Valentine's Day. I took my silicone heart mold and set it aside for something amazing from my hoard. And I had this casting resin for quite some time, just there in my hoard. And I took it out, read the instructions, and I mixed it in equal parts. There's 2 different solutions, and I'm going to mix them together according to the instructions. Now, you don't have a long time for this process, so you have to work rather fast. And you also need a paper cup. So I took the little ounce cups, there were 2 plastic ones, and I filled it up with 1 solution, dumped it in there, filled it up with the second solution, and dumped in there. I did that twice. And then I stirred up the mixture with a popsicle stick for somewhere between 30 and 45 seconds. And once I was confident that it was all mixed together, then pour the mixture into the small heart mold. And then I watched the magic begin. Oh, this is so cool. This mixture in the heart mold started to turn white and became warm. Now, I had to leave it for 15 minutes before I could demold the heart. And when that time was up, I demolded, and it is so smooth. And if you have a rough edge, it is so cool. You can just take your scissors and trim off the excess. I took it into the garage and I spray painted the rings and the heart gold. However, you can paint them with acrylic paint or any spray paint of your choice of color. When they were dry, I just brought them back inside and hot glued them to the plastic ring. Now you can also use E6000 or some other type of quick bond, make it more permanent. But if it comes off, I may decide to do something else with them. That's how I roll. So I threaded them through the handmade napkin, and you'll see all about that next. I made this for my Valentine project. I think this is so cute, so let me know what you think about it. DIY number 2, a cloth napkin. And this is so easy. Now, I've been sewing for a while, so it was easy for me, but I can give you another idea of how to do it. The supplies needed include some red and cream cotton fabric, off-white thread, and a sewing machine. Now, in Rome, they introduced cloth napkins. Sometimes they would put them over leftovers. They were usually made of linen and silk, and brought by the guests. In the Middle Ages, napkins became less common, and people wiped their hands on their sleeves, on the tablecloth, on the bread, or on the chairs. It was simply awful. But a napkin prevents people from wiping their hands on your tablecloth or chairs. And it has been claimed that Leonardo da Vinci invented the napkin in 1491. I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's what they say. I looked in my hoard and I found some fabric that was red and cream. And I thought, oh, this would make a nice napkin for Valentine's Day. So I looked up in my stash because I entertain a lot, and I found this napkin and I put it over the fabric because that was going to be my pattern. So I laid the napkin over the fabric and I began cutting on all edges. Now, I added about 3/4 of an inch or maybe even an inch all around the sides because I was going to double fold it before sewing. You may ask, well, why are you doing all that? Hey, because I wanted to make sure that it was not going to come apart. And so I sewed around all 4 sides of the napkin. Now, this cotton is very soft and pretty, and it measures about 17 by 17. Now, it is so easy to make cloth napkins, and it is really good for the environment. Now, if you don't have a sewing machine, I know you're going to say, Z9designs, I don't have a sewing machine. Well, I see a lot of people using hot glue. If you don't use hot glues, you can also use reptile adhesive. I think that would do, and it would hold through the washings. I haven't tried that, but I know the hot glue does. Crafting Our Hoard is hosted by Sunflower, Tasha, and Joanna's DIY Life. Now, these are great women who have plenty of stuff to craft, and I love to see them work and DIY from their hoard. So be sure to subscribe, like, and save. The link to their channels is in the description box below. Now, there are other crafters who are making things from their hoard, so check out their channels as well, and the link to the playlist is in the description box below. So on to my last cohesive DIY, resin heart coasters. The supplies needed include a heart mold from Dollar Tree, casting resin, which I had, rub-on stickers, and acrylic paint in cream. Now, coasters originated in the 18th century in Great Britain as a small wheeled silver or wooden trays used to coast decanters across the dining table. So they had that decanter, and if you wanted it on the other side of the table, they would just slide it on over. Now, they are decorative items that are used for protecting furniture. Now, I love coasters because it keeps your table from being messed up. Now, I had some coaster molds from Dollar Tree that I've had for quite some time. Some small, big, floral, and then the heart molds. And since it is near Valentine's Day, I decided to look and pull the heart one to make some coasters. Now, this process is really similar to the napkin ring heart. I mixed the 2 ounces from one bottle and the 2 ounces from the other bottle, mixed them together, stirred it up, and once I was sure that it was well mixed together, I poured it to the top of the mold. This is where I had to watch because this is so cool. Almost instantly, the mixture started to turn white, got warm, and hardened. And once it was dry, again, like I said with the other heart molds, it was like 15 minutes. I demold them and set it aside. Now, I needed to paint it fairly quickly because I wanted to make sure that the paint would adhere to the heart. Now, the color I chose is cream, and I just painted it on one side because on the other side is white. And I took my rub-on with a Bible verse about love and put that on the back of the coaster. That way, the guests can turn it over on the opposite side and discuss the verse. You know, I noticed that when people come to your house and you have napkin rings and different things like that, they look at them and they turn it over and they run their hands over it, which is fine. So this time they will find something very special. A gold rim water glass was put on top to complete the traditional look. Now I put this not on a table, but on my bar area. So let me know what you think. If you have liked what you've seen, be sure to subscribe, like, save, and comment. I love going in the crevices of my hoard and finding out what I have so that I can make something that hopefully will surprise or wow you. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Facebook. And thanks for watching each week. I appreciate all of your comments. And remember, there is peace even in the midst of the storm. Part of this is from Van Gogh. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Love, Cindy.